compelling ever since I've been gone like Kelly. They been trying to tell me about this and that. I ain't chatting with you, we ain't going tit for tat. Trying to tell me how to get in the bag. I'm going to get in the bag, I'm about to get in it. I'm like, better get to habit, you should know it's automated. I've been getting to it, I ain't noticed y'all was hating. Brand new chick, she don't know that I can pace it. I just want to know that I can hold a conversation. Oof, I don't know what y'all debating. I've been waiting for you, now I'm running out of patience. Running up a check, trying to run an operation. Went broke in the check and put 100 out of savings. I can tell now that you ain't talking about nothing.
It was once just an idea until breaking ground in
You want to see the jump, Chris?
and now here it is in all its glory.
I got the stream.
SoFi Stadium here in metropolitan Los Angeles.
I just sent it to UNC.
Set for a good AFC matchup between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Los Angeles Chargers. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And he
I just said, oh yeah, I did just tell you that.
First drive will start at the 25.
But they got this junk on 7-minute quarters and everything, boy.
They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
The ball carrier.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
On second down, here's Herbert. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 16 yards, a first down.
5-yard line.
Herbert. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways.
I think I'm 1-6. I think he 1-6. I don't know.
They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that. They might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
How, bro? That's, oh my God.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. To the air again, Herbert. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll bring him down right at midfield, and he is well short of the first down. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. 4th down, and on is Ty Long to punt. Back deep is DJ Chark. And now a high kick trying to pin him back. And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And it'll be Jaguar football as they take over deep in their own territory. Minshew going to lead up the Jaguars 1st and 10 at their own 13. Off play action, he'll throw to start the drive. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run on the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. Minshew sets to throw. This one complete to the tight end, O'Shaughnessy. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
On second down, Cottrell. And he'll be close to a first down at the Chargers' 43-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Running game working, they'll stick with it on first down. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage.
Taken down right now.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 43-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Gain of 6. And it's 3rd down.
An extra cornerback now in the game for the Chargers here on 3rd. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. It's a pickup of 3, but it brings up what will be an interesting 4th and 1. Would have been a decently long field goal, 51 yards from here, but instead they're going to go for it. From the gun, Minshew to throw. Open man is Westbrook, complete.
But they don't tackle the same, bro.
Before he's brought down. Got them biting off 15 yards there on the 4th down attempt and keeping the drive alive.
Jaguars.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down at will.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great effort there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Jags have taken the early lead. This crew, they were on a roll going into the bye week that they just had, Charles, so sort of picking up where they left off.
And you and I both know that when you come back off of an open week and you've been winning games, you should get a few extra days off in order to recharge and refuel. But coaches often hedge their bets, too. They'll bring them back and work them really hard that first practice back to make sure that they're back and grounded.
Whatever they did, formula looking good so far in this one.
25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they
Niggas
need in order
won't
to
block.
put the ball again.
Nice.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. You don't see that a ton, do you? With the cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
Running on first down, Eckler. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. A shotgun snap for Herbert. Quick hitter here. It's complete. A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
And he's down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
First down, and they stick with Eckler. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. Take this one home. It's a touchdown. And remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
Point after by Lambo, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Fielded in the end zone. And this will come out to the 25 as Reed opts for the touchback.
This nigga got that #1 defense in the jump.
The Charger drive about to get going. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Here's Herbert now on 2nd down. And his throw here's incomplete. He was looking for Mike Williams that time. And it's 3rd down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. Open man, it's Allen. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A pickup of 24. And that's where the play began, the 24-yard line.
10 at the 48-yard line.
Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. He'll get this to Eckler.
Oh, my God.
No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
That's a nice job defensively to make sure everyone was accounted for, because ordinarily you pick up the guys downfield and sometimes you forget about the running back. In this case, they did not and dropped him for no gain.
third down. Herbert looking for Allen. He's got him on the slant. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Herbert with a connection to Allen for a Charger first down.
I thought they said I dropped the ball.
They go back to the ground now with Eckler. The tackle by Quincy Williams.
He's brought down at the 39-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Devon Hamilton in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. 3rd and long, it's Herbert. Henry's got it out on the left side. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. A field goal gets them closer, but they say no thanks. We want the lead. They snap it to Herbert. He's going to air it out deep for Green. Into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Niggas don't even respond to the pass, man.
His guys will get the football back. 2nd interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. A gain of 32 that time. The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Flush to his right, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Linval Joseph coming right up the gut. Gets in there for a loss of 9. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the 2nd quarter. So we come upon halftime with our score 14-0. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Mike Badgley to kick off for the Chargers.
The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in the 2nd half. Taken in the end zone. And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the 2nd half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the 2nd half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Right back to him on 1st down. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
The ball carrier.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Now Minshew on 1st and 10. Eluding the pressure right. Looking low. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Jaguars. Westbrook. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. But as he was shuffling right out of the pocket, you could just tell he was going to take a shot downfield. He had his eyes down there the whole way.
He certainly did. He wasn't taking off to go, right? When he was flush from the pocket, a lot of times you see him, eyes will drop, ball will get tucked, and he takes off, becomes a running back. But as you noted, stayed alive as a passer, tremendous body control, and a pretty good arm there, too.
And no return here for Reed. This will be a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field. Certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly. That is some
Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Josh Allen, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Now Eckler. Give him 4 yards there, but still in a big hole. 3rd and long.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They're continuing to rock and roll, and at intermission, maybe sometimes you fear after such a good first half of a letdown, but that wasn't the case.
And what I remember most about being in those situations is exactly what you're talking about. You almost have that sense of satisfaction. You're like, we're doing really well. But I remember one time someone saying, winning's fun, but so is playing really well. Why would we want to do otherwise? That was the message, to keep the intensity up, to keep things going, and that's exactly what we're seeing here from this team.
Yeah, it's helped them extend their lead. They'll keep it on the ground. Cottrell, and he'll be brought down right around the 37. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They go play action here on 1st down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Trying to get it there to D.D. Westbrook, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
On 2nd down now, Cottrell. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and into the game situations about how much time's on the board and, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. That kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
Minshew throwing on 3rd down. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
So 1 first down on that drive, and that's it. Forced to take the deep shot on 3rd down and couldn't hit it. Now they have to punt this one away.
Here's Logan Cook now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
The 330-pounder Al Woods
Oh, man, fucking through the ball.
Now, this is where field awareness awareness comes into play. He's getting perilously close to his own goal line, and after that sack, backed up to his own 2.
On second down, Eckler. And now where are they going to mark him here? Well, they say he did get back to the 1-yard line, but that could have easily been 2 points the other way. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. From his own end zone, Herbert. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And they're going to drop him well shy of the first as he can only make it to the 11.
But it's 4th down.
And they are going for it. Herbert now. On Herbert, his 3rd interception. Picked off by the rookie from Florida, C.J. Henderson. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping
How
for,
you
Charles. That's now 5
playing
interceptions
press
in this ball game.
on a speed receiver and he can't even go get the ball, Chris?
Interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now.
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Throwing on first down is Minshew. And that ball is caught by
You just
DJ
put your hands
Chark.
up,
Jags
man.
touchdown. DJ Chark with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Jags take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Lambo to add on the extra point. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, where the 4th quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score of the final play of the 3rd quarter. And this carries into the end zone. And this will come out to the 25 as Reed opts for the touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
And he couldn't hang
Oh
on.
my
Would have been their
God.
4th
You
pick
let the
of
ball
game.
go through you,
Instead,
niggas touching the
second
ball and they
down.
behind you.
I want to go back to something you said in the first quarter about winning.
Is it a positive?
It is a positive.
Okay.
About winning the turnover battle. As a visiting team, as an underdog, you were right. They've done just that. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Josh Lambo.
That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them into the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taken about 7 yards deep. And no return here for Reed. This will be a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick 6 put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 49. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. Minshew and the Jags now with a 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. try the left side. Cottrell. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he'll be close to a first down at the Chargers' 43-yard line. It's a gain of 6, moves them to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
6 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Out of the gun is Minshew. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, first down.
First down, Jaguars.
Now Minshew. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
And a Jaguar first down.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. They'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
They'll keep it on the ground. Cottrell, and he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And this offense is running away with this one. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Jaguars 42. Chargers nothing. Josh Lambo to kick off for Jacksonville.
And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. Now a pass here caught by Hunter Henry. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Let's go!
First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Herbert. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. Cottrell. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
4th quarter with the lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule is trying to get 4 downs on 1st down. They did that plus 3.
And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
1st down, Jacksonville.
So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. And they will take a knee here. And they take a knee. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. as he'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Looking to throw it. Minshew. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the...
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. They seemingly just continue to score at will, and as great as it's been for the offense, you got to feel for that defense down there.
I love how you use the word will, because both teams came into the game with the will to win, but one team has obviously imposed its will on the other and broken them, because what we're seeing right now, wow, that's a defense that's in tatters after what they faced in this ball game.
Taken in the end zone. And this will come out to the 25 as Reed opts for the touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. The strong running. And this looks a lot like the last play. Behind the line of scrimmage, he's tackled for the 2nd straight go-around. Great job by this Jacksonville D. And now here is another interception. Picked off near the 42.
Nothing here. Intercepted by the Jaguars. They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 30.
Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more. Little insult to injury here late in the game. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So this will be a win for Jacksonville. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets.